Sensitive and controversial subject at your child's school these days, school lunches. Are they healthy enough? Are they too healthy? We decided it was time to go into our KC Metro schools to get the answer to this simple question: what's for lunch? Our story begins in an unexpected place.
We grow blackberries, raspberries, and last year was our first adventure into strawberries.
At Mule Barn Berries in Lathrop, Missouri, they grow food that ends up here in the cafeterias of the Park Hill School District.
We work with a lot of farmers in the local area. We're in the middle of Missouri and lots of good produce.
Among Metro schools, Park Hill leads the way in what's known as farm to table, getting as much of their food as possible directly from local farmers.
I think Park Hill has a culture that says we want to be involved in the process, not just get it off of a truck and serve it to kids.
All Metro schools face the same challenge, meeting the healthier school lunch requirements put in place by the federal government in 2012. The rules require students get more fruits and vegetables and more whole grains, all while limiting calories.
We by no means get everything from local vendors. I wish we could, but the reality is we don't have that capacity here.
Today, Park Hill's serving.
It's a meatball that's got mushrooms incorporated into it to make it more healthy.
Across town in KCK.
Today we're having macaroni and cheese. It's a whole grain macaroni and cheese. It's a low fat cheese.
In Independence, meatloaf's on the menu. And in Olathe,
French toast sticks and sausage or a corn dog.
Olathe Director of Food Services Scott Kingery says the lunch meets the federal requirements.
It's always been a reduced fat sausage, but the French toast sticks now are a whole grain enriched product, the same as for the corn dog.
Which raises the question, are the requirements healthy enough? University of Kansas Hospital pediatrician Anna Esperham says probably not.
We're not getting our major macronutrients that we need at every single meal. It's mostly carbohydrates and sugar that kids are getting.
She believes the school lunch requirements in part miss the mark by concentrating on increasing whole grains instead of reducing sugar.
So it's really not a whole grain, and it turns straight to sugar in the body, even though it doesn't taste like sugar. So it still gets them addicted.
She believes sugar is a driving force behind these startling statistics. In Kansas, nearly 13% of high school students are obese. In Missouri, it's closer to 15%.
We see 60-pound 2-year-olds. We see obesity, morbid obesity in 10, 11-year-olds.
At the nonprofit KC Healthy Kids, they're working with local schools to find healthier farm-to-table options.
Food that comes right out of the ground, whether it's from local farm or from the school garden, and putting it on the plate. There's not a lot of sugar added in those foods.
Right now, Independence, Shawnee Mission, Lee Summit, Hickman Mills, and KCK are among the schools that serve at least some locally grown food.
Our biggest challenge when trying to go local is the volume. So finding a local vendor to go to a volume, a bulk product, and the demand that we have is sometimes very challenging.
That's why some schools, including Olathe, get all of their food from vendors who've also adapted to the healthier requirements.
Last year was challenging. A lot of the food companies were struggling to get the sodium and the whole grains where they needed to be.
For many schools, finding locally grown food presents a challenge, but maybe they don't know where to look.
But we're able to pick it sometimes the morning of and deliver it to the school.
And Blue Valley schools receive most of their food from vendors as well, saying their sheer size makes it very difficult to attempt farm to table, but they still meet all the federal requirements there as well. We should tell you that Kansas City Public Schools did not respond to multiple requests to take part in this story. Now, many schools say the healthy eating requirements go too far and that kids don't like these healthier meals, with many of them ending up in the trash. That side of the story tomorrow here on the Now KC.
All right, thanks.